Okay, now we're gonna read 5 favorite bedtime tales, okay?
Okay.
Okay. The first story is the Hansel and Gretel. Okay, who is Hansel? Who is Gretel? Gretel? Who is Gretel? Yeah, okay. Listen.
This is Gretel.
Once upon a time, a boy called Hansel and his sister Gretel lived with their father and stepmother in a cottage near a forest. They were so poor. This is stepmother, that's right. They were so poor that they sometimes did not have enough to eat. Auntie, yeah, and she becomes the stepmother. One day, the children heard the stepmother say to their father, "Tomorrow we must take the children deep into the forest and leave them there. Otherwise, we shall starve." Gretel was frightened, but Hansel had a plan. That night, when everyone was sleeping, he crept outside and filled his pockets with shiny white pebbles. The next morning, when the family went into the forest, Hansel walked more slowly than the others. When no one was looking, he dropped his pebbles along the path. As soon as they were deep in the forest, their stepmother left the children by themselves, telling them to wait until someone came to fetch them. They waited until it grew dark, but no one came. At last the moon... Look, what?
Look.
Ooh. He's hurt?
Yes.
Oh, maybe he fell over. So he's got a boo-boo, right?
He's still a doctor.
There is no doctor in the forest. Now let me continue. The stepmother left the children by themselves, telling them to wait until someone came to fetch them. They waited until it grew dark, but no one came. At last, the moon rose. Hansel showed Gretel the pebbles he had dropped. They shone white in the moonlight and showed the children the way home. When the tired, hungry children arrived back at the cottage. Oh, that's right. Their father was very glad to see them. But their stepmother was angry. Next day, she told the woodcutter that they would have to take the children into the forest again. And this time...
They don't find way home.
So that they can't find a way home, that's right. We must see that they can't find their way home. That night, when everyone was asleep, Hansel got up to collect some pebbles again, but his stepmother had locked the door and hidden the key. Hansel could not get out. In the morning, before they all set off, their stepmother gave the children a small piece of bread, each for their lunch. They hadn't gone very far before Hansel began to walk more slowly than the others. "Why are you so slow?" his stepmother shouted, looking back at him. "Hurry up." "I'm only saying goodbye to my friends the birds," said Hansel, but he was really stopping to drop breadcrumbs along the path. When they had gone deep in the forest, the woodcutter lit a small fire for his children. Sadly, he told them to wait beside it until someone came to fetch them. The children waited until it grew dark, but no one came. When the moon rose, Hansel and Gretel looked for the trail of breadcrumbs to lead them home. but there wasn't a single crumb to be seen. The birds had eaten them all. Uh-oh. The children tried to find a way out of the forest, but they didn't know which path to take. They were completely lost. Hansel and Gretel were tired and frightened, very, very hungry. They had no idea where to go or what to do next. Suddenly, Gretel cried, "Hansel, look!" Just ahead of them was a strange little house made of cakes and gingerbread, with a roof of sugary icing. Laughing with pleasure, the children broke off bits of the house and began to eat. Uh-oh! Suddenly, the door of the little house creaked open, and an old woman looked out. "Hello, children," she said, smiling. "Come inside, and I will give you food and somewhere warm to sleep." The children went into the house, and she gave them some delicious pancakes and milk. In the back room there were 2 little beds. Hansel and Gretel were happy to be safe at last with such a kind woman. They didn't know that she was really a wicked witch who liked to eat little children. The next day, the witch put Gretel to work scrubbing the floors.
She will eat him.
Yeah, she will eat Hansel and Gretel, right? Then she took poor Hansel and locked him in a cage. Oh. Yeah, she will eat him. I'm going to